I want to talk to you about ArbiMed inventory software, and the question is this tool really worth it this year? So here's a presentation I want you to pay attention to. So when you think about ArbiMed, I want you to think about a cloud-based medical inventory management system designed to optimize the tracking and handling of medical supplies. Now, there are cases where you can use ArbiMed for other stuff that are outside the medical field, but primarily this is for medical inventory. It is a comprehensive platform that allows healthcare facilities to monitor stock levels, track expiration dates, and manage critical products and patient information efficiently. And with over 600 facilities and 3,000 users, managing an inventory worth a trillion of dollars, $1 trillion, ArbiMed has proven its reliability and effectiveness in the healthcare industry in the past few years. So that's really good. And we love the fact that with ArbiMed, you have a very easy to use software tool with robust features, including lot and serialized tracking. You have integrated ordering, you have comprehensive reporting, complete audit trails. That's really good in terms of traceability. You have predictive ordering metrics also. That's fantastic. And ArbiMed also offers specialized add-on modules for retina clinics, infusion centers, and surgery centers, catering to the unique needs of various healthcare sectors. So that's really good. And clients command ArbiMed for its hand-on customer service, which we like. Also, we actually did it. We actually found out during our investigation that they have a great customer service, from on-site visits to a personalized training and support, ensuring a smooth setup and continuous assistance. So that's really good. And this platform's ability to streamline inventory processes and provide actionable data makes it a valuable tool in our view for healthcare providers looking to enhance their inventory management and ultimately improve patient care. So that's really fantastic. So when you think about ArbiMed, I want you to think about an all-in-one inventory management software that really helps all kinds of medical facilities track, monitor, and analyze the usage of medical items, and it supports purchase order management, multi-location and point of sale, and more. Advanced barcoding technology enables a quick scan in and scan out, so that's really cool. And integrated with industry-leading PMS, EHR, and supplier systems to help increase practice efficiencies and streamline the operational workflows. So that's just fantastic. So when you think about this tool, I want you to think about a tool that can be deployed in Windows, Mac, Linux, Android, iPhone, web-based, cloud-hosted, not a problem. I want to talk to you about the specs here. When we think about ArbiMed, what kind of specs should you be thinking about? Well, for starters, we recommend ArbiMed for small businesses, medium businesses, and large enterprises in the healthcare sector primarily. Okay, we do not recommend this for startups, freelancers, nonprofits, and personal users in the healthcare sector. Deployment is primarily cloud, SaaS, web-based. That's really important. Now, when we talk about cloud web-based deployment, we are talking about a tool that allows you to actually access your data, your inventory data, no matter where you are at. Especially when you have a multi-location healthcare center. Let's say you're a multi-location, you're a hospital with multiple sites and multiple campuses. Having the ability to have a cloud-hosted tool can help you actually centralize and optimize inventory in real time. So gone are the days of decentralized inventory management, especially in the healthcare center, where inventory tends to have a short shelf life, especially with medication. And so you are able to nowadays have access to up-to-date inventory data, and all your team members can actually have access to actionable data. And one thing I want to say here is that it doesn't matter. I want to insist on that. It doesn't matter if you're a small clinic, a small hospital, or you're a large hospital or a large clinic or university clinic. You are able to make use of ArbiMed's capabilities and streamline your operations down the road. And ArbiMed also has capabilities around warehouse management and also supply chain management. So this is not just about inventory management, you have supply chain management also. So that's important. What about pricing here? So pricing really is an important element. So you can see on the screen here that ArbiMed doesn't actually publish its pricing information. So you're going to have to contact the company to have more information about the tool itself, right? And so this when you contact ArbiMed, they will get your number, they'll get your phone number, your work email, they will get your first name, last name, and they will set you up for a demo, a free demo. They don't have a free trial, they don't have a free version. You have a free demo, and once you're satisfied with the demo, if you think the demo can really the demo has features, or the demo shows capabilities that can really benefit your business, so you're signing for the real stuff, and you start paying for stuff right away. And so there is no free version there, and the payment frequency actually is based on quotes that you receive from the company. Now the pricing, the ultimate pricing you're paying, will depend on the number of users you have, the amount of transactional volume you want to process through RBMed. In other words, the amount of inventory you have, especially if you have all layers of inventory like raw materials, work in process, and finished goods. So those will have an impact on the quote that you get from ArbiMed. One thing I need to say also is that ArbiMed has a special prices for public institutions in the medical sector. For example, universities, state universities have a preferential pricing from ArbiMed, and they have a discount of about 18 to 23%, but that has to be negotiated. So if you are a public university and you are looking for ArbiMed to sort of help you manage your healthcare inventory, maybe you have a research lab, or you have a healthcare facility within a university, or even within a nonprofit institution in general, you can really just when you call ArbiMed, or when you send them your info, there is a small box at the bottom that says, "Tell us more about your inventory management needs." That's where you really specify that you are a nonprofit institution, and they will actually talk to you, and they will give you a preferred rate. What are the features of ArbiMed? Let's really dig a little deeper so we have a clear idea about ArbiMed inventory features. So when you think about ArbiMed, you have activity dashboard. So activity dashboard is kind of cool because it gives you all kinds of information about the inflows and outflows of inventory, of supply chain, of warehousing, of staff, and so on and so forth. You also have appointment management within the tool. So you are able to know exactly who has authority over your inventory, your healthcare inventory. You have automated scheduling. Automated scheduling is important for you to really keep in mind that you have a project management feature. You are able to optimize your staff productivity, and you also have billing and invoicing. Billing and invoicing is really important because you want to have a clear idea about the revenue. You have to understand when we talk about inventory in general, inventory has a direct correlation with balance sheet, because the inventory is an asset, but also has a direct correlation to income statement, because you have something called cost of goods sold, which is really which comes as a deduction to sales to generate net income. I mean, non sales margins, profit net, gross profit margin. So you also have a calendar management. Calendar management is an important element to specify what types of availability we have that you have within your team. You have compliance management. Compliance management is important because when you talk about healthcare inventory, medical inventory, you have an area of assets that are totally monitored, especially from the likes of the FDA or the DEA, among others. You have credit card processing, which is important. You have customer database. You have data import and data export. You also have email reminders. You have document storage, which is really important, especially if you have to store HIPAA compliant documents, and also store, I would say, certain medications have pretty sensitive data. And you also have email reminders. You have EMR, EHR, HIPAA compliance, invoice management, medical billing, mobile access. You have multi-physician, patient records management, reminders, and treatment planning. I want to talk to you about the value added. So when you think about the ArbiMed inventory, what kind of a value added are we talking about here? Well, first of all, you need to understand that ArbiMed inventory is primarily for medical purposes. I think it's pretty clear in the name. And you have a usage tracking and analytics. This tool actually adds a lot of value when it comes to usage tracking because it tells you every day, every hour, every second, every minute, what kind of usage tracking is happening across your value chain. You have real-time analytics also. Third-party integrations abound. Even though we would love to see ArbiMed do more on that front. Right now, they're not where they're supposed to be yet, at least where the competition is. You have order fulfillment, audit trail. You have mobile alerts, barcode printing, data synchronization. Data synchronization is really cool because it allows you to have to draw data from multiple sources and centralize that data and analyze it in a very granular way, in a unique fashion. So you have more intel about what's happening in your medical inventory. You also have shipping labels. So shipping labels are important whether you're selling part of your inventory, especially online. You have alerts escalation, real-time monitoring, real-time reporting. Real-time reporting is important from not only from a managerial perspective, but also from a regulatory perspective. There are some states, some cities where the federal government and or the state government want you to really have real-time reporting around some medical inventories. You also have customizable templates. You have inventory optimization. You have vendor management, inventory management optimization, patient intake, order processing, supplier management, workflow management, product identification, order management, alerts notifications. Alerts notifications are kind of important, especially when it comes to pretty sensitive, pretty key medical inventories. And so is cataloging and categorization, purchase order management, inventory replenishment, and status tracking. So you have the ability to get things done properly. You also have a SKU UPC code. This is another area where you have the ability to see things really done in a very transparent way. Again, we're still talking about the value added here. And when we talk about value added, we're paying attention to things like a barcode recognition, and you have check-in, check-out. You have inventory tracking. You have shipping management. Shipping management really allows you to really have a clear idea about the different geographies where your inventory is really present right now. So you can track inventory in and out. And this really goes back to what I said about check-in and check-out, because the whole thing is you want to have cost of goods sold and your inventory assets being transparent and being accurate. You also have shipping management. You have a labeling. You have procurement management. Procurement management is really important to really have. And when we talk about procurement management, we're talking here about you making sure that you're having a clear conversation with your vendors, especially when it comes to your medical inventory. Purchasing and receiving, inventory control. You have demand forecasting. You have sales reports. You have monitoring. You have progress notes. You have real-time data. You have real-time updates. We also love the fact that you have a vendor managed inventory. You have a supply management in some cases, and it really helps you in terms of you actually monitoring your medical inventory in a very transparent manner. You also have serial number tracking, and serial number tracking allows you to categorize your inventory. And this goes back to what I said a little earlier when we talk about medical inventories. There are cases where you might want to differentiate your medical inventory from raw materials to finished goods to work in process. And you also have location tracking. You have barcode ticket scanning. You have customizable reports. Customizable reports are important to provide a level of granularity to your operations over time. You have summary reports. You have label receipt. You also have customizable branding, and you also have back order management. You will also love the fact that the ArbiMed inventory adds a lot of value when it comes to special order management. Now, special order management is important, especially if you are in a field where you deal with what we call urgent inventory, urgent medical inventory. That's kind of critical. And special order management helps you actually have a clear idea of what comes in and what goes out. And you also have a returns management. So ArbiMed really adds value a lot when it comes to returns management, because you are able to have a traceability to trace your medical inventory from start to finish. You also have EDI, patient scheduling, warehouse scheduling, warehouse management. Warehouse management is important if you have a large medical warehouse, a large medical depot where you store pretty sensitive medical inventory. You have multi-location, you have label printing, you have you have multi-order entry, quote estimates, reports, and analytics are kind of important, especially when it comes to statistics that relate to FDA monitored medical inventories and DEA monitored medical inventories. You also have the ability to search and filter. That's an area where ArbiMed really adds value. So we love that a lot. You have order tracking, performance metrics. Customization is another area where ArbiMed is constantly adding value. And because if you think about it, for some medical inventories, you might want to customize them. You also have import and export management. You have barcoding, RFID, supply chain management, stock management, multi-channel management, accounting integration. You have a label templates. Label templates are critical, especially when it comes to time-sensitive medical inventory. You have item management, cost tracking, kitting, customer history, customizable fields. Historical reporting is important if you are in a field where you need to actually keep track of what's happening over the last week, the last month, the last year, the last quarter. You have scheduling, inventory auditing, point of sale, asset tracking, API, revenue management, bills of material, sales order, expiration date, retail inventory management, recurring orders, and product catalog, as well as forecasting. Forecasting will help you when it comes to your financial statements. So, big question is this tool really worth it? Is ArbiMed worth it? Our answer is yes. ArbiMed is worth it. Definitely, not a problem. But the only thing is, ArbiMed is a lot expensive. The simple reason that reason that they're not publishing their pricing tells you a lot already about their pricing. So it's not cheap. Okay, but if you need to actually to keep a clean eye on your medical inventory when it comes to alerts, notifications, barcode, ticket scanning, expiration date management, purchasing, receiving, reorder management, reporting and analytics, supply management, usage tracking, vendor management, all revolving your medical inventory, give ArbiMed a chance. Definitely, it's really worth it. Thank you so much for your attention. I really appreciate it. God bless you. I'll see you next time. Until then, remember, stay marvelous.